The desert stretched endlessly, a black sea of sand under a crescent moon. Karim trudged forward, coarse grains biting at his sandals, the wind carrying whispers that made his skin prickle. He had been warned not to wander after nightfall, not to chase the glimmering lights travelers spoke of in hushed tones. But the lights dancing, flickering, were irresistible. They hovered over the dunes like tiny lanterns carried by unseen hands, beckoning him deeper. "Karim," he muttered. "It's just a trick." The lights shimmered closer, and he couldn't resist. Each step felt heavier, the sand shifting beneath him like it had a mind of its own. His heart pounded, a steady drum against the silence. Yet something in the lights promised warmth, motion, life in a desert, otherwise cold and still. As he climbed a steep dune, the lights multiplied, spinning and weaving. Karim reached out, fingers trembling, but they slipped through his grasp like smoke. Then he saw them. Faces shifting, flickering within the flames, hovered above the sand. Bodies of fire, eyes burning white, dancing around him in a circle that tightened with every heartbeat. "Who's there?" he called. His words vanished instantly. The flames swirled, forming human-like shapes. Elongated limbs, heads twisting at impossible angles, teeth glinting like molten metal. One stepped closer, heat singeing his hair. Its voice came not in words, but in a hiss, like fire sliding over dry wood. "You follow what should not follow you, boy." Karim's mouth went dry. I didn't mean—" The fire raised a finger, a column of flame pointing at him. The circle of Jinn tightened, their movement hypnotic, violent. Karim stumbled, sand flying, breath shallow. Light seared through his eyelids, deserts aflame, caravans swallowed, screams without bodies. "Leave, now," he whispered. The spirits laughed, or what passed for laughter among fire, a roar, a hiss that split the night. Sparks flew, landing on the sand, igniting tiny fires that devoured the dunes. Karim scrambled backward, hands burning as he shielded his eyes. One spirit leaned low, face inches from him. Eyes like molten silver stared into his soul. "You walk where humans do not belong. I'm sorry." "Please, I'll leave," he cried, desperation clawing at his chest. The dunes shifted, swallowing footprints as though they'd never been. Another spirit darted behind him. The sand quivered, small flames erupted where he'd stepped. "You hear the desert boy?" "It listens. It remembers," the first hissed. "It burns for those who wander." Karim forced himself to run, sand spilling beneath him as the spirits circled, their laughter a storm of fire and ash. Behind him, dunes collapsed as if the desert itself were rising. The lights, his would-be guides, split into countless motes, weaving in the air. They weren't leading him, they were hurting him. Panic gripped him. He veered left, then right, trying to escape the tightening circle. The heat pressed against his skin, licking and burning. "No human survives this night," the spirits chorused, voices merging into one, vibrating the air with fury. Karim fell face first into the sand. Taste of grit, blood, fear. Then, a gap. One higher dune offered a chance. With every ounce of strength, he scrambled up, hands raw. Behind him, the Jinn paused, flames arcing higher, eyes narrowing, watching. At the crest, he turned. The spirits lingered below, coiling like molten snakes. Karim's chest heaved, sweat and blood mingling. He thought of running until dawn, of never returning to the tales that had lured him. But the desert did not forgive easily. The fire spirits lifted, spiraling toward him, whispering in 1,000 tones. "We remember you, boy. Your steps are ours now." Karim froze. Even from this height, sand shifted unnaturally, small fire snaking toward him. He could not stay. He could not outpace eternity. He leapt down the dune, rolling, sand exploding in every direction, and ran. The lights chased him in every reflection, every glint of rock, every glimmer in his tears. By dawn, Karim stumbled onto the remnants of an old caravan route, sweat and sand caked to his skin. Behind him, the desert seemed calm, empty, yet he knew. The Jinn waited, eternal, patient as the wind. The wind rose again. A spark, playful, leapt from a distant dune. Karim froze. The desert had already begun calling him back.